I mean, hello, YouTubers. We're gonna do the Visual Dictionary Part 3. Don't mind, I just put that globe there because it represents the planets. We'll start with the universe right here. There you go. Here's the galaxy where the Big Bang goes. And this is background radiation, cosmic background radiation right here. It shows a Moley projection of cosmic background radiation. And here's the where it shows there. Right. Galaxies, pretty cool. And it shows the comet. There's our Milky Way galaxy right here in the Moley projection. Top view, side view. This one is radial map of our galaxy, and this one's the infrared map of our galaxy, which are both Moley projections. It means Moley, which is a different map projection like that. I nicknamed it the ellipsoid map projection.
I might got some cars, that's about it.
Let me put that to the side. Okay. Pretty cool. It's a nebula. There's different nebula, which is also star clusters too. There's the stars on the northern sky. Wow, there's some weird names, but alright. Myra. What's the name of the star? Here's the Big Dipper. I can see it right there. Yeah. The Big Dipper is always in our sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Pegasus in Andromeda. That's the Big Dipper I meant to say right here. Let's see, the stars that make up the Big Dipper right there. And that's not the Big Dipper, this one's a different. Orion Nebula. This is Orion Nebula. Orion, which is right there. The part of the Major, the Great Bear, and Pegasus and Andromeda. Let's check the southern skies. Okay. Sagittarius, the Archer. Canis Major, the Great Dog. Oh, that one's usually called the Southern Cross because there's so many names to it. And this one is Hyris, the Water Snake. A mess of the table. And here's the southern sky. Alpha Centauri right there. That's named one of the stars in the southern sky.
Don't worry about Snitcher. That guy, that Baku motherfucker will be back. So.
Okay, here's the star.
That Baku motherfucker.
This is the sun and Earth. I just drew the moon there. Okay, the sun is normal. In 5 billion years, which is far from now, the sun will become a red giant when it's also its hydrogen, and the core fuses iron. Iron cannot fuse. And then it explodes a nebula. Let me just star explosion. White dwarf, diameter between 2,000 and 3,000 miles. And here's the colors. I love beautiful colors. But that indicates star position right here. Red giant, red super giant, yellow main. Our sun, the yellow main sequence dwarf. Main sequence dwarf, which means main sequence star. The main sequence red dwarf, and then we'll go some white dwarfs right there. A massive main sequence star. Blue supergiant. Cause I got 13 minutes, so I'm gonna record this less than 13 minutes. Here's the inside of main sequence, the radiated zone, the convective zone, the core where hydrogen fuses to helium, and here's a red giant where the temperature 180 million Fahrenheit, and that's the core carbon core temperature of a. I think it's a. Let me show you. Yeah, structure of a red giant. There's the birth, and it forms. That's just Earth showing. Now I drew another planet next to red giant. Then when the sun, this is when Earth at least 40 million miles, cooling expanding layers, supernova.
What's your YouTube channel, by the way?
Very dense core, about 5 tons, and then it cools into a black dwarf. There's very black dwarfs in our galaxy, just white dwarfs after stars explode. Betelgeuse is this type of star, red giant. And now it shows you how black holes form. Do the same just like that, but it said it forms a black hole and a neutron star right here. Let's see, it shows you inside black holes. Look at this black hole sucking man from a blue supergiant star. There's the blue solid core for a black hole. Solid magnetic hole. And supernovas happen like this.
64.
There's our solar system. My favorite planets right here is Jupiter and Saturn because they both have cool rings and nice storms.
I'll send it to you, bro.
In their solar system to show you how Mercury orbits outer solar system. And it shows you the orbit planes like this. I'm glad Earth has the 0 degrees orbit plane, which is good. That means it has its normal orbit. Ours have a little bit off-kilter orbits, including Pluto right here, which has 17.12 degrees, so it's definitely offline right here. Here's our sun, which does have the convective cells right here. Radiation zone about right there. Chromosphere at 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Photosphere about 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit. Whoa, this is very hot in our sun. There's the Earth during the eclipse, and the sun and the moon, and there's the eclipse. There's the fiery death, which is not fiery death, it's just the sun. Here's Mercury. Mercury has iron core about 2,250 miles in diameter and contains 80% of Mercury's mass. Here's the mantle, which is 375 miles thick, and there's the crust. Mercury's orbit is counterclockwise, interaxial too, so it's barely noticeable. There you go. This shows Mercury. It shows how impact formed on Mercury, which has craters like similar to the moon, but does have a thin atmosphere of probably consists of helium, hydrogen. Maya consists of sodium, oxygen, trace of neon, argon, and potassium. That's what our atmosphere does not have. Here's Venus. Venus is a hot one. Like Venus, Mercury has a magnetic field and Earth, so they have like liquid outer cores. Semi-solid core of iron and nickel. And here's Venus right here. The Venusian surface. Okay. Hazy containing droplets of sulfuric acid. Thick cloud layers of containing water droplets of sulfuric acid. Lower haze of dust and sulfuric acid. And small droplets. Clear atmosphere mainly of carbon dioxide. It shows it right there. Carbon dioxide about 96. 19 about 3. Carbon dioxide. Argon, sulfur dioxide, and water vapor about 0.5. Venus rotates clockwise. Cloud features swept around the planet by winds up to 220 miles per hour. Shows some volcanoes and stuff. And Venus rotates clockwise, like Pluto. It has an axial tilt too. And let's see Earth, which is the planet we're living on now. Cyclone storm system. I just drew more cyclone storm system. Ignore that because that's not how it looks. It shows composition Earth. Calcium 0.6, elements less than 1%, aluminum 0.4, sulfur 2.7, silicon 13%, oxygen 28, and iron is 35. Here's the formation of Earth. Earth's magnetosphere, just like Mercury has one. And here's the core. It has 3 outer layer, outer core about is very thick, and the crust is 4 to 25 miles thick, depending. Earth does have a faint ring of orbital axis to 23.4 degrees. Axis of rotation, and it shows counterclockwise. And Earth does have a thin ring system of satellites and small micrometeorites. Now let's check out Mars. That meant moon, then Mars. Here's our moon, which is our only satellite. And it does have an atmosphere of sodium that Earth doesn't have in its atmosphere. And then it shows you the phases. It does have a core. The moon does have a core. And a core with a central temperature of 2,700 degrees. Okay, counterclockwise because it orbits the Earth. It actually tilts 6.7, so it's barely even noticeable. Now Mars. Okay, let's check out Mars. Mars have hurricanes too, which is cyclonic storm system right there. Actually tilt 24, so 1 degree higher than Earth's. It shows 2 of the moons. Okay, thin clouds of frozen carbon dioxide, isolated clouds of foggy ice and water vapor, iron-rich dust, and we did this in part 2 or part 1 of our book, so I'm going to skip ahead. We did comment, so we did plans. Those are animals. Okay, let's check out the human cell. It looks pretty cool. Nucleus, DNA, adenine, thymine, Cysteine, guanine, which are the 4 molecules of DNA that make up the DNA structure. The nucleus is the one that makes ribosomes. DNA is in where the gray stuff in the nucleus. In the plasmaticum, Golgi body, chromosomes, centrioles, mitochondria, vesicle, Golgi body, Golgi at rest, Golgi complex, or Golgi body. I'll say Golgi body. Smooth endoplasmic always near the cytoskeleton, and this one's the neoplasm. Oh, it's the neoplasm inside the nucleus. This one is the microtubules and ribosomes, which are organelles. And here's all the other cells. That one's disgusting, but it's sperm cells, bone-forming cells, nerve cells, and spinal cord. So we'll check that out if I get a microscope, which I do have. Skeleton, which is pretty cool. Shows the whole skeleton in parts. The skull. It shows the bottom, the side, and the big new fetal skull. And here's the spine right here from axis, which is I think the first cervical vertebrae, all the way to the 5th lumbar. It shows the separate bodies, bone, muscle. I think we didn't show you more muscle. Oh, muscle cells.
I haven't done none of my
hand, foot, hair, sweat wart, dead skin, hair roots, cell nucleus residue right there, because those are hair cells. And I think they do have one else, more or less. I haven't checked up. Skin, that I just drew, which I don't know why I did that. It looks pretty cool. Here's the brain, which is pretty awesome.
You want that right with the buzzer?
There's a side brain, front brain, cross section front, cross section side. It shows the functions, nerve cells. There's a sinus, it shows you a section of the brain. And this is the top section of the brain. Ignore the eyes, I just drew them on there because it makes it look funny. And same with this one. This synaptic nerve does have mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, microtubule, microfilament. And here's all the parts of the nerve cell. The eye and the ear are awesome. Those are your senses. Bless you.
Bless you.
I drew that because that's the esophagus, which means esophagus. There's the trachea, the thyroid gland, and just show you some tongues. It shows you inside of the nose, right there where you get the stuffy nose and stuff. And it shows you the epiglottis, the vocal folds, and there's the vocal cord. We did the tooth in my other video. Just check it any further. Engines, ooh.
Possible.
Buildings. Let's check out the Cassini craft. That's sports. Planes. Technology. I think the Cassini craft is in here. Oops, it went too far. There's the map of the world. Right here. Ball. Flat. There's Cassini and the Mars rover. Like, comment, subscribe, and do a daily video.